G'day beer lovers, Aussie beer lover here, back again after a little break. Here in Footscray in Melbourne and Victoria, here at Hop Nation Brewing, one of the new entries into the market in brewing in Australia. Some of the better beers that we've had around here, very hoppy as you'd think. We're here on Australia Day, so happy Australia Day everybody. It's lovely here. We have dogs, we have people. Oh, lots of dogs, very good. Walking to the back to the brewery, we'll go back and have a chat. Oh, there's some barrels there. I'm very happy with that. People up there enjoying the beer today too. We'll go have a chat to them. Back in a minute. All right, mates, we're back again at Hop Nation Brewing in Footscray here. I'm here with Duncan.
How's it going?
G'day, Dunk.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Absolute pleasure. What are we drinking here, mate?
So we're drinking the Chop, which is our American-style IPA.
How good does that look, by the way? It looks very, very East Coast, mate.
It is a bit East Coast, yes.
It is a bit. I'm a bit annoyed I missed out on your first go at this, but I'm very happy to see. How long has this been off the system?
We kicked it on Thursday. Wednesday.
Wednesday, so yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. It smells super juicy, absolutely magnificent. Right. Do you reckon you better run us through your system out here? It's a great space, and it's just lovely to finally get here. It's taken a little while, but yeah. Gee, right. Just run us through from the start, from from milling, getting your grain in, all that sort of thing.
So we got a really old system. We bought it second-hand from a brewery in New Zealand. So it's
Which brewery is that?
Sawmill Brewery, just north of Auckland and Lee. So mash done on top, kettle down the bottom, and you wet mill in. So you mill in before the pump, and the pump then pumps the mash up into the mash tun. It's a 12 hex system, basically. What we bottle out with 1,200 litres. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fermenters. 2 of them are double fermenters.
What size are the big fermenters here?
So double fermenters, so 2,400 litres of fermentation space, so about 3,000 litres in the tank total. Come around here, get a bit of look at it. So we just finished a brew this morning. We did the Pilsner, so she's a bit grubby. But up the top here, you've got your mash tun with the false bottom, and this line out here is where we draw the wort off down into the kettle. It's an electric. There's 4 elements in the bottom of it, and the whole time we're pumping around and around, so it's like naturally whirlpooling the whole boil. So at the end we just hit the button, turn it off, wait for it to settle, and then we run out.
How long does your boil and sparge and that sort of thing take?
So the whole brew day is about 8 hours from start to finish. So we've got a hot liquor tank in the corner. We collect our hot liquor in the kettle to start, and then we're running the hot liquor from the bottom through the pump here and up and over to mill in. I rest for about 20 minutes, so pretty short rest, and then run off, sparge, and I do an hour and a half boil, which is a bit longer than some people do, but it's just something I like doing. Just make sure you don't get any DMS in any beers. It's a nice way to do it. And from here, we then cast out through the pump and over through our heat X, which is over here, which is a 2-stage heat X. So we've got water on one side, glycol on the other side. It's just the water sometimes in Australia is a bit hot, and it doesn't cool it down enough.
Never.
It takes us about an hour to cast out, which is a bit slow, which I want to upgrade some of the piping in here and get it going a little bit faster. But I just like to make sure that I don't add as much whirlpool hop and add more dry hop, just compensate for that sort of thing.
Beautiful.
And then off to our tanks. So our lagers, we ferment around 12 degrees, and ales around 18 degrees. Fermentation takes place, and then from there we do a little rest, and then we're off to the chiller room.
Hope there's some bright tanks in here.
Some bright tanks.
There we go.
So bright tanks with single skin bright tanks in the chiller room.
Those are gorgeous looking. And we got a few
cases there.
No, there's slabs over here, mate. There's slabs here.
Sorry.
Come on. Right. Anyways. Beautiful. So what do you got in at the moment?
We have 2 dams, 2 feeds.
So what's happening there? That just happens to be a bit of a remnant from the old system. I was going to say, unless you're buying a draft,
yeah. And then we've got a blackberry Berliner Weiss in one tank as well.
Really?
Yeah. So
when's that coming out?
Next week. out. Yeah. So we did a collaboration with Dr. Morse in Abbotsford.
Lovely.
Yeah, so they're taking
Lovely.
most of
Oh,
the
they will.
kiwis
They
as
will.
well.
Lovely. Yeah, mate of mine, Brooksy from up in Bendigo. He's been brewing a fair bit for them as well.
Yeah.
Very nice, mate. Good to see.
So then from there we've got a pretty small bottling line. So this bottling line comes from Micro Brewtech in New Zealand. It's actually reasonably cheap and does like a really quality job of bottling. Double evacs with CO2 the bottles. You can always bottle on foam, which is great, and then pack out. But it's slow. We can do like 2 pallets in a day. Yeah,
that's pretty. It's better than doing hand capping every single bottle.
Exactly. Yeah, but
Nice.
yeah, two pallets is enough for us at this stage. It means we have to do, 3 bottling days a week, which are pretty full on, but it's all part of it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And so what's your favourite beer to brew?
It's a hard one. I actually really enjoy brewing our Pilsner. It's a little bit more like refined and just got to be a little bit more careful with the Pilsner where a big IPA like this it's an easy brew really. You just put more fucking hops in.
Smash as much as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. And there's some beautiful wooden things over here. What have you got in them right now?
So we're starting our sour program. We've got down the front we've got a sour brown ale which has been about 6 months in oak. We've got a sour red ale and we've got a sour like blonde ale or lambic base.
Is there a sour pilsner there? Is that a sour pill I can see? Golden or blonde? Oh, that's all right.
Just mainly I use mainly Pilsner as the base for the beer.
And I saw on the front you've got 2 different types of Brett.
Yeah, we've got every different type of Brett.
Every different type. Just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
With the first batch, I pretty much inoculated it with every different type of Brett, lactose, bacillus, everything, let it go. And then I found the best barrel out of that lot. And when I did this lot, I then took the best barrel and I split it between those 6 and I filled them up and I let them go and now they're all looking really good. I think better maybe than the first batch. Beautiful. So there's a nice little mix there. I guess it's trying to get a house mix, but we inoculated it so it's not a house mix, but it's like it's just like picking the best barrel and then keep on using that barrel.
And are you developing your own strains as well?
Not at the moment. It's just
whatever you get.
Yeah, just whatever.
Very nice. And what do you got coming up? You got anything special that you're
we've got
planning on doing?
A bunch of special stuff coming up. So at the moment in the bright tank, I just said we've got the Berliner Weiss, Blackberry Berliner Weiss. We have got a Kiwi double IPA. So we did a collaboration with Sawmill. I went over there and brewed a beer with them, and they're going to release it on Australia Day in New Zealand. And then they came over and brewed the double IPA with me, and we're going to release it
White Tangy Day
in Australia. We've got for Good Beer Week. We've got a collaboration with Koida from Japan. So
wow.
He's coming over, and we're going to do a collaboration beer. And so we're still in the infancy of the actual recipe, but we want to do like a Japanese green tea IPA, something like
That's
that.
a different pickup. How'd you pick up with Koida? That's pretty awesome.
It's the same distributor that we go through.
Sweet.
And we've got a bunch of other stuff planned for the rest of the year. We've kind of got our next sort of 6 months of specialty beers planned out, but we just let them go a little bit at a time.
And a bit about yourself, Dunk. Whereabouts were you before here?
So both Sam and I, we both own it, clean the toilets, do everything, But
they're nice looking toilets, by the way.
nice looking toilets.
Yeah, good.
Dunnies.
They are Dunnies. Sorry about that.
So we both came from winemaking backgrounds. Both of us are winemakers for the last 12 years.
Over here or in Kiwiland?
Everywhere. I've worked in Italy, Germany, Canada, the States, France, New Zealand, Australia. So all around.
So you knew about the most important thing about brewing, cleanliness.
Yeah.
Before you even came here. So there you go. Oh, very nice. And then what made you decide here to start off with? And then brewing, obviously, but why here in Footscray and that sort of thing? So
we both loved home brewing. We brew every winemaker loves beer probably more than wine because the second wine. So we were like always brewing, we always home brewing, always like entering competitions, getting in amongst New Zealand. And Sam worked in another winery in New Zealand. That's how we knew each other, and we used to enter the competitions against each other. And
who won those, by the way?
I did.
Say that, Sam.
He owed me $20 after the first competition.
Oh shit.
so that's like my love for brewing came through that, but also the exposure from working in Germany and Portland and all around the world, and great where great beers brewed. You kind of get a taste of it. When I was in France, we had a guy that just loved Belgian beers and bought like a whole van load of Belgian beers now, like Cantillon, beautiful beers, and just like loved it. And that like passion sort of started to grow. I still love wine, by the way. I definitely not love wine.
Yeah.
And yeah, that it just stemmed out of there. And then I was living in Canada, and Sam and I were talking, and we wanted to come back somewhere closer to home. Obviously, a Kiwi, so it's not home. And we decided to sort of start a contract brewing thing and see how it went, and it started going all right. And then we got the opportunity to buy Sawmill Brewery, as my friend was brewing on it, and he rang me up and said, like, do you guys want to buy it? I know you've got a brewery there. And they didn't want it to stay in the region, they wanted it to
get it out. Yeah. Fair enough too, by the way. Yeah.
So yeah, we got the opportunity to buy it, and we did it, and we packed it down into 2 shipping containers. Me and my dad, he's still in New Zealand, he drove up. Me and him spent 14 days packing it down into 2 shipping containers. Did everything ourselves, ripped it out, ripped the chillers out. This chiller room was in their brewery, everything was in their brewery. Pulled it to pieces, took it to Footscray, and then we've put it back in, installed it, and got brewing on our own stuff, which has given us the opportunity to put new beers out, make specialties, and do all that stuff that we couldn't really do contract brewing. It's a bit hard when contract brewing's like big volumes, and you've got to pay a lot of money, and the margin's really small to go. And
you want to make sure you're making good stuff, because otherwise,
you can't go.
It's a waste of
Here, if we like let's do some weird shit, and if it doesn't turn out, put down the track, It's not the end of the world, so it gives us a lot of freedom to do what we want, where we want. Yeah, it's nice.
It's good. No, it's great to see. I mean, it's an awesome spot. I mean, it's an old whale blubber distillery or something, or processing factory.
It was built in the 1880s, and it was a soap and candle factory. And so the old Maribyrnong River used to be just off the end of this building. It's like changed over the years. They've obviously reclaimed land. And they pulled whales up into this laneway here, rendered them or cut them all up or whatever, and took them into these buildings to render them down. So in that corner up there, you can see there's a big fat splatter, and that flat splatter was where like an old chimney used to go out, and there's like whale fat up there still. So it's really deep history and a good part of Melbourne to be in. And up and coming part.
So it's a bit annoying that Murray's took the whale ale. Then you got to put, maybe you have to make a whale IPA or something.
Beach chairs, bro.
Mate, you got the best reason to do it. Exactly. I'm part Taz, so it's beach Taz. Done. Exactly. All right. Thank you very much, Dunk.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Cheers.